I love you, buddy, until the end. Yes, you know what this is. This remake is like 50-50 compared to the original, because there are some good aspects and some bad aspects of this movie that I want to go through with you. So let's cut to the chase, shall we? The good thing about this movie is that it has multiple deaths of high gory standard than the original. The 1988 Child's Play had less unsatisfying deaths but more humour, but that's what we liked about Chucky, because it was a different character than any other slasher. The music used for the theme tune has a better effect on this remake than the original, because the musician composed it using toy instruments. That does set the mood of childlike horror, so I'll give him credit for that. Another aspect I like about this movie is when you knew when Chucky was going to kill someone, as his innocent blue eyes changed to red and his face expressions change. The old Chucky was able to do that, apart from the change in eye colour, but this Chucky was more like a robot toy, as each face expression had robotic sounds. So it was much more than the historic good guy doll. I didn't like the fact that they changed the doll brand to Buddy, as it's always been good guy, because it's a historical name for the horror classic, but I understand that they needed to make the change for an updated name. The idea of the remake not having a backstory compared to the original was upsetting, because it's just a tampered Wi-Fi doll that only reacts to violent behaviour. That's it. It does not get better. On the other hand, in the 1988 Child's Play, the doll gets possessed by a well-known serial killer, using his voodoo magic and using his own sense of humour and criminal behaviour inside a doll, which is better content of how it all started. This remake is basically just one of your tasteful, gory slasher movies with possibly no future sequels. Examples like Valentine, My Bloody Valentine, Terror Train, Smiley, etc. You get the picture. I hated that they didn't bring back Brad Dourif, because he was the original voice of Chucky, but they instead used Mark Hamill. I suppose producers and directors took a liking to Mark Hamill and chose him for this role, as they inspired his voice when he played as the Joker in the past Batman films, TV series and game series. One thing that I despised about this remake was how they came up with his name. In the original, when the good guy doll gets handed over to Andy, the doll replies,
"Hi, I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend to the end. Heidi-ho, ha ha ha." Which
is relevant because Chucky is a nickname for Charles, but Andy didn't come up with that name. On the other hand, the new generation of Andy calls him Han Solo. Yeah. And of course the doll comes out with,
"Did you say Chucky?"
What?
Because the directors had to find a different solution for the doll to be named Chucky, because it's not based off a serial killer. When you have that one little thing that really irritates you, that's the feeling that I get with this part of the movie. I absolutely hate it. Well, I think that sums up the aspects I've given you today, and I hope it's enough. I will give this remake the rating of 7 out of 10. If anyone has any opinions, feel free to drop a comment, and the link to the remake will be in the description below, and I'll see you next time.